tomorrow? Yes, two of them. Okay, chapter 6-4. Outlines are due to me tomorrow. This is the start of your outline. The first thing you need to know is the rational number is any number expressed as a fraction. This is something you already know. Power over root. The power goes to the base as the exponent. The root is what goes inside the check mark. You with me? That's what goes inside the check mark. All right? That's what goes inside the check mark. Okay, it's more important that I get to do problems with you than anything else. Are you hearing me? You ready? Okay, this is a quick little example. Write each expression in an exponential form. Exponential means rational, meaning it's a fractional exponent. Okay? So what this means is I need to be using the power over root concept. Okay? Which means I write down my base, which is x, and what's my power? The squared. What's my root? The 4. What does 2 over 4 reduce down to? 1/2. Done. That's it. It's done. We're writing it with a base with a fractional exponent. Okay? Now, this is the exact opposite way. I'm giving you a base with a fractional exponent, and now I want you to write it in radical form. So what do? I write down x, and I put my check mark, and now what goes where? The 2 goes on top with the x, and then the 3 goes inside the root. Do we all understand that? That's it. That's what we're doing today. I'm slowing down and taking 6-4 slower for you so you guys can grasp everything we've been learning. Okay? So let's go straight to the homework. Number 1, I have x to the 4/3. It says write each expression in radical form. It doesn't say simplify. It just says write it in radical form. So how do I write this in radical form? I put my check mark in there. I put x in the middle. And what goes where? The 4 goes with the x on the inside. And the 3 goes inside the check mark. Yes? Okay? Number 4, I have m to the 2.4. M to the 2.4. Well, we don't like decimals, do we? M to the 2.4 is 2 4/10, correct? What does 4/10 reduce down to? 2/5. So this is m 2 to the 2/5. And what does that equal instead of mixed number but improper fraction? 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. So I'm going to have n to the 12th over 5. Now I need to write this as a radical. So how do I write this as a radical? I put m, and then inside I have my check mark. What goes where? Very good. We're not solving it. We're just writing it in radical form. Do we understand that? Yes or no? Okay, go to the next set of instructions. Number 7. The square root of x cubed. Now it's asking me to write it in exponential form. So now we're going back to the other way. So what do? I write down my base, and I have my fraction bar. What goes in the top of the numerator? What goes in the bottom of the denominator? It's going to be 3 is my power. My root is going to be 2, which is in the denominator.
Did you get that 2?
Exactly. That 2 is understood to be there. Okay? Number 10. I have the square root of parentheses 6a to the 4th. What's my base?
6a.
My base is 6a. I have parentheses around it, and I have my fraction bar. 4 over 2. Now, am I going to let you leave it as 4 over 2? No, because I can reduce that. So what's 4 over 2 actually? 6a squared. Do we all understand that? Yay or nay? Which you could finish that too, couldn't you? Just to let you know, to simplify, that could be 6 squared, a squared, which is 36a squared. It's only asking for this, but you could finish it, right? Number 13. 125 to the 1/3 power. This says simplify each expression. Previously, it was just asking you to write each one of them. Now it's asking you to simplify them. Okay, so this is written in exponential form, so how do I get it out of that? What's my base? 125, put your check mark. Where's the 1 go? Where's the 3 go? Inside. So now, what number multiplied by itself 3 times is 125? 5, very good. Number 16, 7 to the 1/2 times 7 to the 1/2. How are the two bases attached, and are the bases the same? The bases are the same, and how are they attached? Multiplication. So what do I do with my exponents? We add them. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is going to be 1. $19. 11 to the 1/3 times 11 to the 1/3 times 11 to the 1/3. Are my bases the same? So add them. So this is 11 to the 1/3 plus the 1/3 plus the 1/3. So how many thirds do I have up there?
3.
So I have 3 over 3, which is 1. Okay, how about number 20?
Put your multiply the numbers together.
7 to the 1/2 times 28 to the 1/2. Are those bases the same? No, so now I need to write it in radical form. So how do I write this in radical form? 7 is my base. Write my check mark. What goes in here with the 7? 1. What's understood to be here? The 2, so I leave it alone. And then put my 28 inside. And what goes with the 28? The 1, and then the 2 stays out here. So since they have the same radical, I can combine them, can't I? Right?
Yes.
And what are factors of 28? What are perfect squares? 7 times 4. How many 7s do I have in here? So that's 7 squared times 4. What is the square root of 7 squared? Square root of 7 squared is 7. And what is the square root of 4? So what's 7 times 2? Do we see that? And let's do one more like that. 22 is 12 to the 1/2 times 27 to the 1/2. Now before the bell rings, are we listening? This is homework tonight. I will be grading it. Am I clear? I want everyone to do this. You will not have a quiz tomorrow. You will have a quiz. Do not move. You will have a quiz over this on Friday. I need to pull that from your calculators. Now, you guys can take a retest. You may take a retest on Friday for those people who feel like they did not do well on this. Am I clear? I will give you the results tomorrow. You should have Control S, Control W, yes?
No, I didn't.
For real?
Yeah, you took it away.